But here's what, I have a son-in-law who does this for a living. They take those old rails and they heat them and make bed frames out of them. Because of the shape and everything of them now, you know, with very little additional work into it, stretching them, whatever. And what they make is bed frames out of the old rail.
Well, that makes me think of those of you that in the Civil War history may have read the stories about General Sherman, especially when he went across Georgia. Some of his army men would take a rail like this, for example, and put a rail on top of wood and get it real hot to where they could bend that rail into all kinds of crazy shapes so the Confederates couldn't reuse the rail to relay the track. There was a nickname for that. I can't remember what it was. Sherman's bow ties. Yeah. They would take the rails and literally melt them and say in the middle here, and you could just twist it around.
They had ribbon rails, and you know they just one piece kind of form.
Yeah.
They wasn't solid like.
No.
You could just build a good hot fire under,
Yeah, that's what Sherman. Yeah.
and distort it.
That's kind of the way a blacksmith would do his stuff, you know, in his shop. Same thing, same process, only larger. But again, some of you may not have heard me mention to start with, some of these rails at some point, if they're in a little better shape than these are on the inside especially, you could read where the particular rail was made and what year. I have a couple of them at home that came from the Dinky Railroad that were made in the year 1899.
Where?
Pittsburgh Steel was one of them.
Chip. What's the distance
They
on them
started in
rails?
1899
And then nowadays they're 40, 48.
4.48, so I guess it'd be
Talking about
5,
20
6, I
miles,
believe.
and of course back then
It's a
you
5'6".
did not have the equipment like you've got now to build roads or railroads.
I just wondered the difference between the dinky and the regular.
Sorry,
I believe Chip had one picture
so
over
it'd
there
be 4.5
somewhere
feet, I
showing
guess
them
is what it is.
where they
now,
were
so I
filling
thought,
in
well,
place
that's
somewhere. And of course,
Kenny. So
dirt
yeah,
was
this
on
is
the
just
flat
3
cars,
feet.
and the guys were shoveling it off by hand and filling a cut somewhere or another. So a lot of it was done by hand, slow process, dynamite, let's say. 99. Got the Kibler around late 1901 or so.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Average people worked on.
Well, at one time I mentioned there where they had some flooding at one
My
time,
grandfather worked on the
and
railroad.
they brought in 130 guys.
He worked at the Pettigo Mill
Well, they
and
were all local people, or somebody brought in from all around, I don't know. But
Didn't I read several men were killed during the building?
well, I know at least one gentleman who died. My research was one that died, but
You know what his name was?
no, don't know.
How old was he? I mean, God, they told me a while ago that some of their people were killed.
I know the one over at Stuart, the dam in Western, Dicky Willie lost several people.
That's what she was telling me. There's been some of my people. There's some straight on.
Hey, Rob, I'm gonna leave it away. What happened to the right of way? The right of way.
Other rails are 4 feet 8.5 inches.
did you know Grandpa John Edwards worked for the Pettigo Mill and the Dinky Railroad?
Right, yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Placed a lot of that, and of course they built rails and stuff like that on that.
Well, if you go to the old court records, you can see where they records show where they either bought or leased the right of way to different landowners.
I've done a lot of tunnel searches and I've never seen anything like this. So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, the Stewart Courthouse, you can find a few records about the railroad going through some
Down there, you
land, you know.
online, see, now, there's a few, it's not real clear where the land was. And
He's asking, did the train quit running and revert back to the landowners? Was
I don't
Damned
know.
or, whatever, eminent domain, I guess you'd call it, go back to the owners, or what?
I'm not sure. There's
Yeah, it's
disputes
hard
on
to
there.
answer
I mean,
that.
the way the records are now, you have to go and read the paper and then go manually, go look at the page number, and they're not exactly.
For all I know, I can go trample over Anthony Terry's land right now. He'd let me, but I
Yeah,
I don't do it. But you know, I just wonder how he got it.
yeah.
If anybody wants to do spike, I'm gonna drill a hole here. If anybody wants to try
Make it easier.
some of the tools that they used back then. We don't have an actual
Oh.
driver. This was a tool that they used, but the regular drivers probably had a longer shaft, and it was still shaped like this, but it was probably more around curved like that.
Curved on both ends, had up each end was about like that, curved.
Right. And this one was for if we ever had it had pieces of metal that tied the rails together. In the real situation, these would be staggered for more support. And if they ever had a bolt or rivet that was in the way of a spike, they said that this was used for that. So if you imagine a bolt here with a nut, and you couldn't reach it, you put that down like this, and then take another hammer and just drive it in that way. Those situations where you couldn't get to it.
Yeah, I was mentioning that back when this was built, they did not have, like Chip talked about what you call tie plates. You put a metal plate here, and then it had two little holes on each side. You drive the spike through the hole into the cross tie. But when a railroad like this was built, they simply just put the cross tie down, drove a spike to hold the rail in place, and moved on. Kind of like what we got right here. Get a example right here. Hold it in place and go on.
They say sweet zone, sweet zone, real fast. Yeah, I think there's a lot of chestnut. Yeah.
Keen.
I believe we'll talk about that chestnut blade.
Yeah.
He's good.
It was his grandfather, what he seen, my great grandfather.
That worked on this line.
John Harrison Field. He died on the line.
Was he a track maintenance man or
I
what?
think so, or just a hired laborer, and lived across the state line.
Yeah.
And I don't know which story is correct. I don't know if he fell off a handcar or one rolling stock. He's buried at the top.
I think Granny and Grandpa, or Granny and Grandpa Sue mentioned that on that video. If I remember right. I need to go back and watch it again. But I think they knew, they went to the funeral, I think. If it's the same person, we're going to check that out.
It was about 1915 or something.
Okay. So
Ki-
okay.
Yeah, there are several churches around that. The one up the road here on the street we're talking about. And then the one over here on 103 at Red Bank. Can't remember the name of that one offhand. Right there on 103. It's up on a little hill, a little white church. Fairly large cemetery. There are a couple of people buried there that worked on the train over the years. Lived in the area, and maybe they didn't have an unfortunate circumstance like you're talking about, but that's where they're buried, and you can remember the name. Again, if you have a Patrick County Heritage book, read some of the stories in there, and it'll tell in there my grandpa or somebody, uncle or whoever, he worked on the Dinky Railroad from so-and-so date to so-and-so date.
And Mary's, was your
My grandfather, John Ed Dellenback, he worked for the Pettigo Mill and Dinky Railroad, and he's buried at the Pettigo Cemetery right over.
Okay, that's another example.
There's extra income for these farmers around.
Yeah, when
Yeah, they farm
farmers
too.
wasn't doing too good, well, they got a job doing something like this.
He farmed for the Bonnewans. What's that called? He sharecropped for the Bonnewans, I think it did.
You can drive that. We
Tickler.
took the small one, small hammer, and get it started with a small one.
Yeah.
So that's it, okay.
This one or that one, either one, you want to try either one of them. Yeah.
Here's some glasses just to be safe. Oh, you got glasses on, okay. okay.
Yeah, he's all right. There you go.
Let's
tough.
talk
Imagine
about
doing that
John
all day long.
Henry.
Railroads now have machinery that does all that, but imagine back in the day, that's the way you laid track. That's probably very common.
Winds blowing.
We give you a clap.
When you hit that rail, when you hit that rail, you now owe me a pair of underwear.
Another hole right here. Anybody wants to try it?
Dave, don't you want to try it, or did you do these others? Who did them? Somebody did one ahead of time. I see it right there. Kenny, who did those already?
Chip and I did them last Saturday.
Oh, okay.
We use the chemical.
They didn't want it running wild. Yeah, blowing up. Yeah. You gotta get you a spike.
I might mention that
Yes, I-
when Tom and I started following this years ago, one of the first places that his rail was uncovered, he has pictures that he made. It's on his website, in his book, I believe. I got out with a shovel and got curious with the cross ties, being if some of them were made out of chemicals of hickory, would they still be there? So I got to digging in one place and dug and dug and dug. Well, the spike is still laying against the rail, but the cross ties had long since rotted. So again, they were just put down with whatever trees more or less were along the right of way, put the track in place. There was no ballast like you see here on this display. It was simply laid on the ground and track laid, rails laid, move on down the line.
Quick and dirty.
Quick and dirty, yeah. That's a good way. Somebody else want to drive a spike?
He does.
Right here.
Seems like work.
Spikes are supposed to be driven. Yeah, they're supposed to be driven. Here's some glasses. Stick those on right there if you don't mind. They're the spikes are driven straight down, so that they would match up to the rail. Just kind of get started.
You know, you see all this stuff on TV about
If it's twist on, it's okay.
someone doing something like that.
If you watch it,
You didn't even know about television shows. It was such a thing, man.
Get mad at it. Get me to her.
That brings up an interesting thing. I do not know what the
He's showing him how hard it is.
They need to learn.
Yeah, there's black people that there was a video, it may still be on.
You're not going to get them a real camera?
You want to try that? I'll take that. Yeah, that was.
They would tour around different places. They would do like we're talking about. They would do it by hand. And they would get to a place with a long crowbar. And they would get up there and get the rail and push on it. Somebody else would follow the spike and the shop.
I'll get this other one right here.
Buckingham line and bar.
Right here.
I haven't found anything yet.
They got the big overalls on. that was not John.
Yeah, it is. And so they obviously had to do the I think I'm going to call up there with them and say, hey, what do you do trade
Yay!
What's your name?
Seth.
Seth. Last name?
Last name, Critchfield.
Scritchfield. Yeah, Scritchfield.
How'd you like to do that?
You got 45
Good job, man.
Eric,
Good job.
Carolina.
Well, we're just gonna do whatever. We're gonna do a few. We'll come up here. And you come up here on your lunch break, and when you need some exercise, get Wes up here so he donates these.
Our family has been in North Carolina.
Well, it's kind of like a railroad line. Let me grab this.
We'll make sure we'll do this right.
Debbie had a line there, ran. I knew very well about that, so I had a train ride there one time. That's over the atmosphere. That was built for long. You get that done, I got a comment for you. Next time we're gonna build a railroad track, you're hired.
You can tell he's a lineman. Yeah, working.
Pam, you wanna try it a little bit? You wanna hit it a time or two? I know it's up to you.
Well, we're gonna put some on here.
Hurry down here to do it. Hey, Tom! Yeah!
They probably have Yeah, that looks pretty good. Get a wire brush.
You don't rub on too hard. Right hand, right there. Right.
And one of these rails felt a little heavier. I don't know if
Well,
right.
Boys and their toys. Boys and their toys. Where's your sons? We'll get them nailing spikes.
They're working. Don't you want to be one of the...
Oh, bad back. Hey, Kenny, remember the last time we did this and Raleigh Puckett, Ron Hall, and all of them's arguing over how to do it?
Yeah, it goes on down there.
We did this at Raleigh's place, the Hall of History Center thing he's got up there. We did about 10 years ago. We did this up there with him.
Right, yeah.
And we had me and Nash Lawson and Raleigh and Ron Hall and they got into an argument over how to do it. Raleigh just got fed up, just started banging in spikes, man. Raleigh just started banging in spikes. He didn't care. He He did most of it himself, don't worry. That's Raleigh 10, 20 years younger. He is that. Eric, I think you got a future working on the railroad. Looks like.
It'll be something to get it going again. We got
Well, you know, a lot of people turn these things into rail trails, walking trails and stuff like that. If it's a creeper or all over the rail, but you pick it up on it, they don't kill you before they let you cross the property. They might kill you before they let you cross. But like Virginia creeper was like this. It was just a narrow gauge, I think.
railroad that went to daylight.
Well, that's the new river. That's the new river. The creeper went from like White Top Mountain down to Ashland.
Okay.
The new river is a trail. The new river and the creeper are both rail trails. But we actually supported the idea of trying to do this like that, but the landowners never agreed to it.
Too many out, man.
It's too many of them. If you'd done it when the railroad's still on, it makes sense. Because now everybody, too many people on it. All you have is one who don't want to do it, and that'd be the end of your rail trail right there. They showed the Ararat River, they built a little piece of it.
I wouldn't do that.
Walking trail up towards the park, and that kind of goes along. That's brand new. They got Pam doing it now.
Tom, look at here.
Pam's a better man than me, I'll tell you.
You're not blocking my camera, are you?
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Better.
Remember Joe Bill used to use the rails for bridge support and go on the farm.
The big
So
hammer?
Bill's like, look at here, Tom, and he'd show me the other side of that bridge.
Got it down there at Granny Branch.
Hold that one right here. You wanna hold it?
Yes.
It was 1979 all over again, wasn't it?
That's what we thought.
Yeah, boy. That
Yeah.
was, we lived through that. Me and Amy did. Remember the bridge was sitting out there on Rabbit Ridge Road, and you just sitting out there in the middle of the river by itself.
Yeah, Eric and him have been, they've got some.
I believe so.
Cool.
Oh, thank you. It's hard, isn't it?
With the big one it is. I won't make it all day.
Is it still working? Sometimes it'll just cut off and I don't even know why.
With a little hammer.
And it ain't worrying Josephine a bit. The only thing she's worried about was which way you're going. They just go around the other way.
She go out the back side.
That's what they do. They will back. Yeah.
Alright, honey.
6x6 pressure treated boards. They've been dried out. So I have 12-foot pieces. I'm just going to use those because realistically, they have to cut 6x6 for this, not regular size cross ties. I already had them.
I do better with one. I can't back.
Yeah.
It's bouncing what's doing.
I called it a guy that was over narrow gauge railroad. Or something like that. And he emailed me back. He was real nice, told me about it.
Go ahead.
You put that there now, he's gonna hit that.
Huh?
You on that one?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There you go.
That's got it.
Pushing the stone down and it's a little high.
Good job.